once again, we are seeing them do what they have always done, which is take an IP that is loved and try to make more money on it. Disney's MO right now is just to do that. I just think that they will probably do more harm than good.
Hello and welcome to the Brothers Random Show. My name is Travis.
I'm Michael.
And we are two ordinary brothers discussing extraordinary ideas and some random shit. Michael, why are we here?
Today we are reviewing the trailer of Daredevil Born Again.
Were you a big fan of the original Netflix show?
Huge fan. I loved the Punisher that grew out of that. I loved Daredevil. I feel like it was probably the best. I would say next to Avengers and Endgame and how that wrapped up, I would say.
And maybe Spider-Man. Some of the Spider-Mans.
Some of the Spider-Mans were good.
Were very good.
Huge fan. I loved how they integrated him being Catholic and some of the dialogue, some of the writing is so just
it was
top
really,
notch.
Really
This was television, I think, at its best.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, fight scenes.
Hands down, one of the better television shows ever made. The same year that Batman versus Superman came out was the same year that they had the storyline of Punisher and Daredevil fighting each other. And the nuances in that were so much better put than the nuances in Batman versus Superman. The differences in the characters' ideology about what was right and wrong. The Punisher was like, I'm going to kill as many people as possible.
The dialogue between the
two of them, so good. It was all really well done. Disney licensed those characters out to Netflix for a short period of time, over 10 years ago at this point. Netflix did an excellent job with Daredevil. Now, the offshoots of Daredevil were probably to a lesser degree, but Daredevil itself and the Punisher were extremely well done. Disney has taken back the rights, and you and I do not have a lot of faith in Disney, and we can get into that after we're done with the trailer. For those that don't know, when we do trailer reactions, we got to kind of cut it up a little bit because we don't want to get a copyright issue. Because when you play the whole thing with the music and all that kind of stuff, we get a copyright infringement. And we're trying to avoid that. So we will be stopping a lot through our trailer reaction. We actually encourage you to go watch the whole trailer and then come back. I guess let's get into the trailer.
Let's go.
Thank you for finding the time. Well, I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again.
So already I'm loving the beginning part, little bit of a fight. It's kind of got the dark demeanor that the original Netflix show did.
Yeah.
Sitting down with Wilson Fisk at a diner, I think is great.
Two powerhouse actors. They've got Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio just face to face. It looks like they're going to play up the idea that it's been several years since either one of them has seen each other. Excellently done. I am excited for that. Do you want to continue?
Yeah.
A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world. I could say the same about you.
Pause. It looks like we got Karen Page and Foggy.
Those actors weren't initially recast. And it was kind of this online uproar. Like, how could you not cast the same actors? This is the same universe. This is the same world. Why are you not doing that?
Well, let's not forget that we had a walk of shame from Daredevil with the
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Morning.
One way to bastardize the character.
It looks like they probably went through a ton of rewrites.
Oh no, this did happen. They ended up scrapping like 6 episodes because they didn't like how, like, some executive, some smart person said, this is not a good show and we need to do better.
Well, and also I think they're starting to realize go woke, go broke.
Yes.
That after a slew of flops,
Echo,
Madam Web,
Echo, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, they completely bastardized Moon Knight.
I mean, the list goes on. It's not going well for Disney Plus. Even their theatrical releases have not been doing well.
Yeah.
So they might have realized, all right, guys, maybe we need to not make this about woke, whatever, politics. Let's not do that. And let's go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Continue.
The mayor serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me?
It looks like Wilson Fisk is mayor. This is going to be kind of interesting. Apparently in the comic books, there were periods of time where Kingpin was a good guy.
Yeah, and I haven't really read any of the comic books, the Daredevil comic books. The original show got me wanting, like, the show was such a great depiction of Daredevil that he would have to be like my second or third favorite comic book character. So I really like the idea of doing the mayor thing because it looks to me like both of them have kind of given up. So Fisk has kind of given up being a criminal. Sort of, they're implying that, and Matt Murdock has given up being a vigilante. So something's going to happen that's going to bring them back to their old ways.
Probably,
and,
yeah.
They established really well in the original series that Wilson Fisk is in love with Vanessa. Like he's kind of obsessed with her. So It would be interesting if that character dies off and he becomes bad again. And then that forces Matt Murdock to don the Daredevil cowl again. Okay. Continue.
I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
This city can't go unchecked.
Okay, pause it. I love this line. It's hard to come to terms with the violence, hating the power that it has over us. Like, this is masculine ethos right here. Like, men are kind of like this. We have this power within us, and then we also loathe that power because it actually is destructive if not kept in check. Right.
Well, and this might be
I like this
the
idea.
line that was. This might be the line that was crossed that Matt Murdock mentions.
Yeah.
That the reason he hung up his cape, so to speak, is a line was crossed. So we're going to have to find out what that line is.
So maybe like flashbacks. They'll have some flashback stuff.
I think so. We'll probably start out with something happening at the very beginning, and then it'll
go into
cut to the future. And we'll see him. Yeah.
Yeah. No. And so I also like the action that they keep cutting to. They're cutting to a lot of brawling, a lot of fist fights, a lot of cool stuff that the original show was kind of known for. They were known for these one takes of just absolute brutal, awesome fights. That the hallway fight scene, and then they had in the second season they had a fight scene in a stairwell that were just awesome, just amazing fights. Okay, continue.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos.
They got the choir singing with the organ, so it's going back to Matt Murdock's religious roots. I really like the music in this because it implies that we're going to still get the really cool music that they had in the opener of the original series. I love that music. That music's so great.
Looks like there's going to be a different love interest
that creates kind of a love triangle, right?
I'm not sure because I thought that we were seeing the beginning of a relationship with him and Paige.
Karen Page.
Karen Page, but I guess we'll see.
That
was kind of a
they might do like a love triangle thing, which I'm not opposed to if it's done well.
Yeah.
So this looks like a new character. They also had Elektra. Elektra actually provided another part to that love triangle.
The love triangle. She was kind of a
love interest
influence on him.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it led to some that was some interesting dynamic.
Okay, continue.
Must reign.
Mind putting the hatchet down?
Okay, pause. Okay, so first of all, is that a different actress that's playing Vanessa? Or does it look like the same actress?
I think there's a different actress playing Vanessa. So,
well, it's cool to have Frank Castle back with John Barenthal playing him. So John Barenthal famously not too long ago said, the script's got to be right for me to come back. He's like, I'm not going to destroy. He's like, it's one of the best characters I've ever played. I'm not going to destroy that character by making him politically correct. So it's cool that I'm hoping that he didn't sell the character out. Like, I'm hoping that John Barenthal is coming back because this is legitimately good. So cross your fingers, right?
Yep. Yeah. Hopefully so. So it's a reuniting of the two, which I loved their dynamic.
Yeah.
In
it's great.
Netflix. It was really good. And it looks like they're still going to have that tension because he's got an axe and he's like, Frank, and he stops and then he's like, can you put the axe down? And then this is
awesome. I'm trying not to be so jazzed about this, but I'm really jazzed
here for
about this. Okay, continue.
I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
Pause. That's it.
Broken arm. That's
a bunch of broken arms.
New character.
There's new characters that I'm not familiar with because I don't think either one of us read the comic books, right?
Yeah.
And the cowls, they show a bunch of different cowls, his like masks,
his helmet.
And I don't know how I feel about that because one of them's the gold one from the disastrous She-Hulk. So I don't know if that makes me nervous. There
was a gold one.
Yeah, he wore a gold. Yeah, he wore it. It's so dumb. It was just a dumb. They just about ruined that character with that series. Because he shows up in She-Hulk. All the scenes that he has are humiliating towards the character. It's not it's not the kind of character we want to see. We want to see him kicking ass and taking names. And this looks like they may
or getting the shit beat out of him.
Yeah.
We're there for
take
that
either.
too.
Yeah. We'll take either way, but it looks like this might be them getting it back on track, but it makes me nervous seeing that gold cowl and going, hold on a second. Aren't we trying to forget what you guys did with this character in She-Hulk?
I love this trailer. There's a piece of me that's excited for it. I'm I'm just going to say it here. I think it's going to be garbage.
Yeah.
I'm being real, guys.
You don't have any hope.
I think it will be garbage.
You don't have any hope for Disney.
I don't have any hope that Disney will do this right.
Yeah.
I think they're going to screw it up.
I think I'm cautiously optimistic.
Okay.
Because this trailer is phenomenal. There's violence. We want violence. Yeah. There's masculinity. We want masculinity. We want to see our awesome characters doing awesome things. And that's the problem with current Disney politics, is like, we can't have a white dude doing awesome things. We got to have him humiliated by everybody. That is something that people don't really like. People don't like that, except for people who have grievances with straight males. Why is that a problem? Why is that an issue? Why are we in this? I'm excited. I really love that they said the devil's work is never done. That's a great tagline. I love that. It's a great trailer. And I'm cautiously, hopefully optimistic.
I'm not going to keep my hopes up. I've decided just not to keep my hopes up.
Do you want to revisit? Do you want to revisit the old show and maybe get on here and talk about it? What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be fun to review it. Oh, sure. Yeah, I'd be up for watching it again.
Leading up to it. I got to see if we got the time, but yeah. Your last thoughts on that?
I think it was good how it ended. I think once again, we are seeing them do what they have always done, which is take an IP that is loved, that people love, and try to make more money on it. It's Disney's MO right now, is just to do that. And I just think that they will probably do more harm than good. Most likely. I have zero faith that Disney will do well at this.
And based on that trailer, I am in agreement with you, but I'm cautiously optimistic because that trailer is pretty badass.
Cool. So we'll see how they do. I don't foresee them changing up what they've been doing. So we might not be there yet.
In the news, this is also what's got me a little bit excited about it. In the news of this show, they actually had shot 6 episodes before somebody told them, we're scrapping this. We're bringing back characters and actors who played these characters. We can't do this to the fan base. And I think that has got me a little hopeful that somebody with some intelligence said, you guys can't put this kind of shit in this character. We got to course correct. And I'm hoping that's what happened.
I hear what you're saying. So maybe the course correct what tried to happen, but it also lends for production hell when things like that happen.
Yes.
We've watched other films where they're like, this is garbage, guys, go back to square one. And then it's hard to climb out of that hole.
Yeah.
When you already have put all this money into something and you're trying to use things here, you're trying to use things there. Now you're into editing problems and it just.
Well, and the other thing that's got me a little worried is it's not the same showrunners as the original Netflix show. So
yeah.
That could be an issue. That could really be an issue. So yeah. Okay. There's the pros and cons.
Tough, big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Is what big shoes to fill is what I'm saying. And they're another cash grab for something that's beloved.
Yep.
And we've seen it time and time again. So I know the internet is super hopeful. They think that this is going to be amazing. This looks amazing. I'm just, I think they're going to screw it up. So I'm saying it here, Disney, I think you're going to screw it up. So good luck with that.
Prove him wrong.
Prove me wrong. I'd love to be proved wrong. That would be awesome. Let's go.
Check us out on social media, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just look for The Sword in the Skull. If you're listening to this and not watching it, please go to YouTube, give us a like, share, and subscribe.
If you liked this, you are the subscriber we are looking for.
In the meantime, keep reading, keep listening, keep watching, learn more.
Click on the next video right here.